review for House of a Thousand Corpses, written and directed by Rob Zombie. So this movie is, it's pretty famous, especially among horror fans. I think I saw it back at the theater when it came out, I think, and I thought it was okay. And I mean, I like the movie. I'm not a huge fan of it. I really like The Devil's Rejects. I think that's by far his best movie he's ever done. I enjoy this movie with some caveats because he does some things in this movie that just kind of annoys me. Like he always throughout the whole movie he cuts to, I mean, not, I guess, some stock footage. He cuts to footage of this old time horror show, which I'm okay with that, but he cuts to a lot of footage of Sherry Moon Zombie, or whatever her name. I think it was just Sherry Moon in this. I don't think they're married yet, but he cuts to a lot of footage of her and some of the other people. And he just does it so often throughout the whole movie. And it's kind of like, I get it, like, but also I'm thinking, like, whose perspective is this? Like, who? I don't know. I don't think Rob Zombie cares about whose perspective it is. And I think he just thinks it's cool. And, a little bit is cool, but it just gets kind of old. So that's kind of a complaint I have. I have some other complaints. Very quick editing with that footage. And, I don't know. I'm kind of just like, can we just let this story unfold? But I do enjoy the movie. I forgot that Dwight from The Office is in it. I mean, it's him and his friend and their two girlfriends, and they're traveling the country. He says he says that they're writing a book about weird stuff you see when you travel the country, and you go into these gas stations, and sometimes they have these weird exhibits, and he stumbles upon Captain Spaulding's place, which is a gas station. But he also has this like little horror show. And I really like that part. I mean, I like Sid Haig. Excuse me. Let me bring this up. I mean, I like the beginning. I mean, Sid Haig is awesome. The acting's really good. And yeah, even from Sherry Moon, who, it's like in the later movies, like, I don't know, especially the last one, but that one didn't have Sid Haig in it, of course, because you could tell he was really sick. He's barely in the movie. Three from Hell, and you really miss him because the other guy tries. He really does try. Forget who the actor is. He really is trying, but it's a huge hole that Sid Haig is not in it. So, anyways, and then in the little presentation that he gives, Sid Haig, they show these different like kind of murderers, serial killers, and one is Dr. Satan. And one of the guys really wants to know more about Dr. Satan. He's really obsessed with him. Sid Haig says, "We'll drive down this road, go right and left, and go here, and then you can learn more about him." And there's like a what is it, like a like a tree. It's like a murder tree or something. I don't, something like that. And so he tells him that he's gonna do that, and then they do, and then they go down the road, and they get a flat tire. But what actually happens is it's shot out by one of the members of the family, and then Dwight from the office gets out of the car to go up the road. He finds this house. He knocks on the door. He's let in. The guy who actually shot their tire out, I think, is the tow truck driver who's gonna tow their car there and then get a wheel from. It's like they have a junkyard in the back, and replace the wheel. But it's all just a ruse and a trap to basically, torture them to death. And the movie is brutal and violent. It's very rated R. And that's basically what happens. I mean, spoilers, but it's pretty obvious, what's gonna happen in the movie. And so the cast of this movie, it has Dennis Fimple, who actually died like right before the movie was released. Wow, it's this car accident. Who plays the grandpa. He's actually really good, which is why he's not in the other ones, I guess, because wow, he died in a car accident right before this movie was released. Sid Haig is amazing, obviously. Now Bill Moseley is so good. And Karen Black, who plays the matron of the family. Wasn't she in American Pie? Wasn't she Stifler's mom? I think she was. Trying to look it up, but yeah, Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, Sherry Moon Zombie, Karen Black. I mean, they're all really good. Dennis Fimple's good too as the grandpa. I mean, some people may think that Sherry Moon Zombie's annoying. She can get a little annoying, but I think in this movie, in Devil's Rejects, it really works. And then in the last one, Three from Hell, no Sid Haig, it just kind of just doesn't work as much. I mean, Bill Moseley's still amazing. The movie's got a nice look to it. It is very brutal. I mean, it's probably my second favorite zombie movie, but I mean, the only one that I really like a lot is Devil's Rejects. I think that movie's awesome. See, like that movie, I don't remember like the editing like that, like him constantly cutting to these clips. I mean, he may do it a little bit in that movie, but in this movie, I just forgot. It's just like constant. It's just throughout the whole movie. I'm just like, all right, Rob Zombie, like, do you have to do that so much? But, so yeah, and, spoilers, and, they're all slowly tortured to death. They were, in the beginning of the movie, there's these cheerleaders that are missing, and guess who has them? They have them, and they're torturing them to death too. They pretty much kill Dwight like right away. They actually Bill Moseley makes him into like a merman basically, and The other guy gets killed. Actually, he gets killed near the end, but you don't really see much of him. It's mainly the two women that are girlfriends of them. Aaron Daniels and I think it's Jennifer Jostin, but one of them almost survives. They are taken by them after a while to to be buried alive, basically in a coffin, and then these people come out of the mud and attack them and rip the coffin apart, and like they live, I guess, in this underground chamber. I don't know. The movie doesn't make much sense really, but it's not really supposed to, I guess. And then she makes it out of there. She's going through this underground tunnel thing. She sees Dr. Satan, and he's operating on the guy, I think her boyfriend. And it's pretty brutal. I think they rip his scalp off, and there's nothing much she can do. She's chased away by this big guy with a giant weapon. And she actually makes it out of there alive, and then she's picked up by Sid Haig in his Cadillac. I think it's a pink Cadillac. Awesome car. And then she's like, I need to go to a hospital. I need to go to a doctor. I need to go to a doctor. And then she's like exhausted, and she passes out, and Sid Haig is driving, and then out of the back of the car is Bill Moseley, and it's basically like, okay, they're gonna take you to a doctor, but his name is Dr. Satan. So yeah, and that's the movie. I tried to look up if Roger Ebert reviewed this. I couldn't find a review. I think he gave The Devil's Rejects a three stars. So he kind of liked The Devil's Rejects. Wow, in 2014, Rob Zombie acknowledged the movie's cult following, but admitted that he himself is not fond of it. He says the movie's a mess, and it has many flaws. Okay, well, I mean, I'd agree, but I think it's like your second best movie. But by far his best movie is The Devil's Rejects, but the movie was made into a haunted house for Universal's Halloween Horror Nights in 2010 and 2019. I mean, yeah, it basically is the house and then the end with the underground tunnel thing. I mean, it's like made for that, basically. I mean, it would be cool to go to Universal and see that. This was Dennis Fimple's last film. He was increasingly sick with heart disease during filming, and a few of his scenes were filmed with him sitting down. Ultimately, however, he died in a car crash in 2002. The actual house is the same used as in the Best Little Horror House in Texas, which can be viewed during Universal Studios tram ride. Huh. It was reported once that the 40 minutes of footage was cut from the film before Rob Zombie finished it unreleased. 105-minute director's cut. A final theatrical cut is 89 minutes. Is there a director's cut of this? Universal Pictures' original production company refused to release the film, believing it would get an NC-17 rating. Yeah, I could see that. The man who reads the news about the missing cheerleaders is Bill Moseley. Otis and Baby's bizarre rants during the home movie segment are inspired by the Charles Manson family's supposed home movies. Karen Black plays Mother Firefly in this film, but due to salary disputes prior to production on its sequel, The Devil's Rejects, she was replaced by Leslie Easterbrook. Huh. Okay. Man, she looks similar. Wow. Both this and the sequel, The Devil's Rejects, are dedicated to the actors who appear in the film but died before its release. Yeah, Tiny is played by an actor who was, I mean, I think he had like gigantism. And unfortunately, he died in 2005. He's apparently in The Devil's Rejects. I think he's in the very beginning of the movie when the place gets raided. But the house was also used in Slipknot's for the video Left Behind. It was used by Slipknot for the video Left Behind. Huh. But yeah, I mean, I like the movie. I think it is flawed, like he says, but it's funny because I think it's his second best movie. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I really like the actors involved. It's got a great look to it. It's got a lot of imagination, a lot of horror imagination. So you know, I give it a lot of credit. And yeah, and then in the sequel, it's revealed that Sid Haig is their father. I mean, pretty much, right? I think so. But yeah, I enjoy the movie. R.I.P. to the people that aren't around anymore. Especially R.I.P. to Sid Haig. I think he was a great actor. I think he oozes charisma on screen, and you know, every second he's on screen is just like, I think, like awesome. So, but yeah, that's about it. Good movie, flawed though, but like, comment, subscribe. That's about it.